Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025 meeting of Youngstown City Council. Are we recording? Yes, this is the Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025 meeting of Youngstown City Council. Members of council, does everyone have their agenda?
Yes.
And Councilman Ray, are you ready to begin the caucus?
Yes, Mr. President. Just give me one moment.
Sure. Let me know when you're ready.
All right.
Under communications, item number 1.
Receive and file.
Number 2.
Receive and file.
Number 3.
Receive and file.
Number 4.
Receive and file.
Number 5.
Receive and file.
6.
INS and planning.
7.
Receive and file.
8.
Receive and file.
9.
Receive and file.
10.
Permission granted.
11.
Permission granted.
12.
Permission granted.
13.
Permission granted.
And 14.
Permission granted.
All right, we have 5 speakers tonight. For any of you who have spoke before, we no longer have anyone come up to the front here, but there is a microphone in the back that you'll use. The first speaker, or if the microphone's off, you'll just need to press the button with the little person speaking, and that will turn on your microphone. Each person speaking will have 3 minutes to address council. I will give you a heads up when you have 1 minute. I will show an orange card, and then when you have 30 seconds left. Our first speaker tonight is Jan Nelson. All right, and Jan's topic is providing an update from Mahoning County Animal Advocates. All right, and the floor is yours, Jan.
Thank you for your help. Good evening, and thank you for accepting my request. I appreciate that. I was here back in the summer and had talked a little bit about what we were going to do with pet food distribution. We've been at it for 4 months, and I have some handouts there for you if you want to take a look, but we're off and running. So we have been raising funds through just basket raffles and asking businesses to sell chocolate bars for us. And we're supplying about 1,000 pounds of dog and cat food per month to the Youngstown Community Food Center, also known as Gleaners Food Bank. And so we're going to continue to do that. And we're confident at this point that we can maintain that. And we're also looking to add more to that. There's between 350 and 450 people who go through that food bank every week. And so, we're helping, but it's, we're looking for some support there. But then also, as far as getting the word out, so if you know anybody has a business that wants to help us out, either as a sponsorship or to donate pet food, we have a donation box at the Sparkle Market in Cornersburg too. So we're accepting donations there in addition to the ones that we purchase. What we provide for the food bank, it's the same brand every week. So it's not random bags so that the pets are not having upset tummies. So it's pedigree dog food and it's Friskies cat food. And then the random donations that we get, we redistribute those to other emergency places that provide dog and cat food in emergency situations. There's a couple of handouts, and I'm just wondering if you can share these with the residents in your wards. There's one for pet food assistance because obviously one place is not able to meet the needs of everyone. So I don't, it would be helpful for people to know where to go. Some of these organizations provide pet food on an emergency basis. So if they show up, if they have the food, they're going to get a bag of food rather than the food bank is like a gallon per week. You know what I'm saying? So if they need a larger amount, then they can do that. And then also some spay and neuter, which is something that we're planning for 2026 to offer vouchers for that, but we're not quite there yet, but it's on our agenda. So just wanted to update you on that. And as we continue to expand, I'll come back and update again. But if you could get the word out to the residents in your wards, that would be wonderful so that people know where to get some pet food for their pets. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Any questions or comments from the members of council? All right, thank you, Jan. Moving on to our second speaker, Alicia Foster. And the topic is the reason for denial of a zone change for 37 North Shenley, and also a police response to information on a deceased son.
Yes, hello, thank you. I was just told about the zoning over at Shenley, that the neighbors did not want the zoning for my company, Dependable Angels. Now, to the police department, I want my son's stuff because the guy who killed my son is dead. And I wasn't supposed to know. I was told this. In 2023, no, my son was shot at the Utopia nightclub in 2021. In 2023, I got a Facebook message from Shimmy Miller stating that the police department was giving a podcast to get people on there, the lost family members, to gun violence, to talk, to get people out here to talk, to get, so people won't be scared to, tell. So he got in touch with me through Facebook. And I said, no, I don't want to do it. Because the police department, they don't know how to treat people. They talk to people so ignorant. And this is exactly what Shimmy Miller said to me. He said, they said, oh no, we don't want her, talking about me. This is what he said the police department said. Whoever was doing the podcast in the police department. Oh no, we don't want her. She brings too much negativity. And plus the guy that killed her son is already dead, but we don't want her to know. So, and then he also said that they was happy my son was dead and how much that they didn't like me or my son. I just want my son's stuff. Because when he told me that, the guy that killed my son was already dead. Now, this was in 2023 when he told me this. This was when the podcast was supposed to happen. But first of all, before I went down to the detective that was on my son's case, and I went to him, and I said to him, he put me in the interrogation room, and I said to him, I know the guy that killed my son is already dead, and this is what he said. He didn't say, how did you know? He said, who told you? That's what he said. I want my son's stuff from that police department because they was never investigating it. They knew who killed my son when my son was killed. And that is not fair that they keep secrets from people when family needs closure. That's not fair. That is not fair. I want my son's stuff from the police department, everything that they have, his cell phone and all. I want it. And they knew who killed my son. And that's so selfish of them to keep secrets when people need closure. That was very nasty.
Councilman Oliver.
Just a quick question. Chief, how long do we keep things from a deceased person, and when are they returned?
Chief Davis.
Through the chair, that's an open and ongoing investigation. I'm not at liberty to discuss that, especially at city council.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Turner.
Thank you. Not specifically to this case, but is there a process for family members or next to kin to reclaim items from victims in crimes, accidents? Where can they find that information?
Chief Davis.
Through the chair, again, it's an ongoing active investigation. Can't discuss that.
So I'm sorry, it's not about that investigation. This is period. If somebody wants to claim their next of kin's purse, wallet that was in their car accident or in a violent accident, is there a process that they have to go through? And if it is, where can they find that?
Through the chair, once the investigation is complete, then yes, there's no problem with the next of kin or family member retrieving that property.
Oh, okay.
Adam, you want to address council?
Through the chair, if you want to alert your constituents, there's a Victims of Crime Act, and there's a whole Attorney General's division that helps with that sort of stuff. It helps with, if, God forbid, there's a murder in your house and you have to clean up, they assist with expenses related to that and all that type of stuff. So it's, if you Google Ohio VOCA, VOCA, that assists with some of that stuff as well.
Councilman Oliver?
Yeah, so do we have an internal process or is it only through the Attorney General? Do we have something where someone can go or call or fill out an application within the city after the investigation or any other thing that's happened?
Lori, do you want to take that one?
Through the chair. So if there has been an ongoing prosecution, usually at the felony level, because it's going to be a murder, there is a victims of crime, a victim advocate that can walk the victim through filling out the proper paperwork, approaching the police department as to when they can get the items. And as Chief Carl said, after the case has been completed, which means through the prosecution phase, then that would be available to them because it will be part of their investigation. If it has not been prosecuted, then as Attorney Bente said, they could go through the Attorney General's office and they do contact you right away to get, some type of closure or some type of process to try to get those items. Now, sometimes it takes quite a while, but that is the part. Internally, I'm not sure about what happens with the police department, but as police chief said, if it's still an active and ongoing investigation, and we have cold case files that are still ongoing and active for a year, 20 years even, then those items will probably remain until that case has been solved. I mean, am I correct, Chief Davis?
Chief?
Through the chair, that's absolutely correct. And we have 3 former police officers that sit on city council, and I'm sure would agree with our assessment.
Councilwoman Davis?
Yes, Mr. President. Yeah, Chief, you're right. I mean, I still have cases. I know Pat and Jimmy, we all still have cases, and we've been gone for 15, 20 years. And my cases are still, those boxes are still there.
That's right.
They don't end. I apologize, and I do understand what's going on. But you folks have to understand that if some new evidence is found and the case is then able to go forward in any way, shape, or form, and we've given away the evidence, your case is done. You just threw away the case and let a murder walk. It's that serious. There is no process. There's no set policy. You have to keep that until it's this common sense that everyone involved is no longer on this planet. Am I correct, Chief? Thank you.
Councilman Oliver, did you have your hand up?
I was just gonna say, so no, we don't have a process. I get what everybody is saying. I'm not a cop. I don't really get the whole thing, but I get it. But what I'm asking, I think what Councilwoman Turner was asking is, do we have an internal process? And I guess the answer is no. I think we should. I think we should have something that people are able to get this information for their own closure or information. So it's just my comment.
Lori, did you want to respond to that?
To the chair, people can always call the law department and we can walk them through what they need to do. That's the process.
Councilwoman Turner?
I'm not suggesting at all that you give away evidence in a case. What I'm suggesting is that there is communication with a victim's family about what is going to happen. And you don't have to be step by step, but simply, this is what we've collected and this is what we have to keep until the case is closed. And once the case is closed, you will get that. And when they call and ask, they get quality communication. That is all I'm saying. So we do need to have that line of communication and something saying that we've actually talked to them about it, because it seems as though this Ms. Foster has had a lot of not good experiences with our police department, and whether we like it or not, or how she talks, she is still a victim of violent crime. So we need to treat her as such, and everyone else. So this is not just for this. This is for every other case. You got boxes and boxes. If the case is closed, how do we get to the next of kin to get those items back to them? Or do you just destroy them? Those are the type of things that I think we need to think about as we move forward. How can we be more efficient about the communication with our people?
Councilman Oliver?
And I just want to add to that. I know this isn't a whole, please don't take it as this is a jump on the police department type of thing. But the reason why I think myself and Councilwoman Turner are so expressing ourselves and what should happen is because it's not just Ms. Foster that experienced this. Myself and Councilwoman Turner experienced this from a detective, like we were talked to in a manner that was just totally inappropriate, trying to help one of our constituents who had lost a loved one. So it's not like what she's saying is off, because I've experienced it myself. So, you know, I just think when you're dealing with a loss of a loved one, you should deal with those constituency or those parents with a really light hand. They're already very heavy and they just want information. And I understand the investigation and everything like that and how you can't divulge certain things, but that doesn't mean you have to be nasty to the individual you're talking to.
I agree.
All right, are we ready to move to our third speaker? Okay, the next speaker is Mary Krupa. And Mary's topic is the preservation of old growth trees.
My name is Mary Krupp, and I live in the 7th Ward. Being a member of the Trees Please group in Youngstown and an appointed member of the Youngstown Shade Tree and Beautification Committee, I am sometimes asked about what's going on with various tree concerns. Recently, I was told about the trees marked for removal along Lake Glacier and Mill Creek Park. I found out that this was part of phase 1 of the project to upgrade the combined sewer overflow system demanded by the federal government. Thanks to this council and this administration, this decades-long nightmare requirement has finally ended with the beginning of this project supposedly starting in January. Earlier in the year, I went to the public open house at Michael Kusalaba Library to find out about the project. Nowhere did I see or hear anything talking about tree removal. Somehow, trees are seen as inconveniences and not important. Nothing could be further from the truth. There are so many reasons why trees are important. So, with my tree interests, I most certainly would have asked questions then about the tree removals had I known about it. I ended up visiting Mill Creek Park last week and saw that dozens of trees have big pink X's on them, marking them for removal. These included some of the most beautiful, irreplaceable, old, mature trees like native sycamores and oaks, which are the most valuable, relatively speaking. I was shocked and depressed. Mill Creek Park is already dealing with the loss of masses of native ash trees, oak trees, and hemlocks. It can't keep losing out on its forests. I have been told that a committee of people made this decision. It was not done by one person. Sometimes your hands are tied by the demands of a project, but I cannot believe that the decision was made to remove these old growth trees. There's something seriously wrong with this picture. So council and administration, let us look at this situation one more time to see if there's any way to preserve at least some of these valuable trees. Thank you.
Any comments from council? All right, so we'll move on to our fourth speaker, Lynn Anderson. And Lynn, you'll have 3 minutes also.
Thank you, council and mayor and everyone. The city of Youngstown needs to re-examine and revise their plans for cutting trees in Mill Creek Park as part of the sewer infrastructure improvement project. Last year, I viewed the plans for this project at a public presentation at Michael Kusalaba Library. Maps showed lines where the sewer would go, but I certainly do not remember any detail of how many trees they plan to cut down. A few weeks ago, I saw many trees in the park marked with pink X's and called Mill Creek Metro Parks. They said it's due to Youngstown's sewer project. I'm very concerned since we're in a climate crisis emergency and we must actively preserve old growth trees. This is because they are the most effective at removing CO2 from the atmosphere, which reduces climate warming. Having participated in urban reforestation of Youngstown via Trees Please since 2006 and volunteering for YSU's legacy forest plantings, I know newly planted trees take 25 years to grow big enough to even begin to remove any CO2 from the air. The USDA provided a $5 million $5 million grant, and I'm not sure if that's what the exact amount was, it's a huge grant from the USDA to the Youngstown Neighborhood Development Corporation and the Trumbull Neighborhood Partnership to battle climate change and increase the likelihood of people improving their health in the cities of Warren and Youngstown, because that's how beneficial trees are, by planting thousands of trees in these two cities. This sewer project needs to be immediately reevaluated, and a workaround needs to be implemented to preserve these beneficial live trees. These aren't dead trees, instead of cutting them down. I contacted Chuck Shasho with my concerns, and he said the sewer pipe to be used is 96-inch in diameter. I said we need to place it under the roadway, just as was done 22 or so years ago, as I witnessed since I live right above it on above Lake Glacier. He said that it would once again be put under the roadway, but since it's larger, there has to be more room for the excavation equipment to park alongside the road. I said unacceptable to cut living trees in Mill Creek Park, which has already lost so many large old growth trees. He said I should be glad because the sewer replacement would prevent pollution of Lake Glacier and we'd have more fish. I contend that these things are not mutually exclusive. We can improve the sewer system and conscientiously preserve large trees at the same time, because both of these things improve water quality. We have seen enough bad decisions and the resulting damages. Now, protection of the valuable natural resources we currently have needs to be made a priority by Youngstown and Mill Creek Metro Parks. Old large trees must be saved, and always more trees need planted. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. Councilwoman Turner.
I was gonna, Lynn, you said everything perfectly. And Chuck, if you could, can you explain to me what what the conversation was? It's not because you have to park the equipment, right?
Chuck, go ahead.
Through the chair. The project, the sewer is on the same alignment along as the existing sewer is just enlarged. The level of equipment and the level of activity that's involved in installing a sewer of this nature. We met with Mill Creek Park several times, And I assure Ms. Anderson, I did not have a chance to speak with Ms. Krupa, although we played a little phone tag. We are only taking, in particular, the largest trees. We're specifically marking the ones that we need to take down, and we're trying to make every effort to mitigate removing trees of this nature. It's not possible to not disturb the trees and do this project. We cannot reevaluate it. The alignment is set, the contract's let, construction has to move forward.
Councilwoman Turner?
So I'm not saying reevaluate the project. But you have to remove the trees in order to put the sewer line in? Is that what you're saying?
Through the chair, yes, we did carefully evaluate it and specifically mark the trees that needed to be removed. We're not clear cutting and just mowing down every tree. We're taking in particular, the large trees, we're making sure that we only take the trees down that we have to. We're going to make every effort to keep that. Things happen during construction with slope stability. There's a lot of road work involved with this project as well. There's roadway elevations that are changing. This design has been going on for a year, and we further refined the design through the CMAR construction manager at risk process with the contractor to make it as little disturbance in the park as possible. That's where we're at.
Councilwoman Turner, go ahead.
Thank you. So you've worked with Mill Creek Park to mitigate and damage to the ecosystem at the park. And you've come to an agreement to take down the trees that you have marked. Is that what you're saying?
That's correct, yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? All right, our last speaker is Patricia Dunbar, and Patricia also has the same topic, the preservation of old growth trees.
Good evening to everyone, and thank you for letting me speak. You've heard quite a bit about this project, which is wonderful. I'm so happy that the project is going forward. But on the other hand, I also am very concerned about old growth trees. I am a part of Plant Ahead Ohio. I am a part of several other groups that are trying to maintain our environmental quality and diversity. And a couple of things that were not mentioned so much was that these old trees that could be anywhere from 150 years old to older than that are ideal habitats for a variety of species, rare birds, insects, you couldn't name it, and they could be living in these trees, which they wouldn't find homes in the smaller trees, especially if we plant new trees to replace these. It doesn't work. The other thing is that, the carbon banks. Yes, young trees planted are going to eventually start removing as much carbon dioxide as the old growth trees, but it'll take a long time. And it also, one of the things that has been found is that these old trees are storing a lot of carbon dioxide within them, so that when you cut them down, immediately that carbon dioxide is released. And so you're adding more carbon dioxide to the atmosphere, which again, Plant Ahead Ohio, that is one of our missions, is to try to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. The last thing is that we were mentioning slope stability. And old trees that have very deep roots are going to work really hard to maintain the stability. They will reduce the erosion. There's just so many positives and advantages to maintaining a big old tree versus saying, okay, we'll cut that down, but we'll plant some small ones to replace it. It may take 150 years for that smaller tree to become as efficient as the larger trees in removing carbon dioxide. So we're really, it's not going to be in our lifetime. It may not even be in our children's lifetime. Maybe our grandkids, but that's it. And so again, when I found out about this project, which I just found out about yesterday, but I'm glad I did, I called and asked if I could come and speak, because I don't know how important I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm tongue-tied here, but I don't know if you realize just how important those big trees are, those old growth trees, and that we should do whatever we can to preserve them and to protect them, whatever. And one other thing, It was mentioned about Youngstown Neighborhood Development and Trumbull Neighborhood Development. Well, there's also some people in my group, Plan Ahead Ohio, that worked for the United States Department of Natural Resources, and they're very good with trees. They know the trees, because of course, if it's an invasive tree, you want to remove it. But if it is something like an old sycamore or one of the other wonderful trees that are just so helpful to our native area, we want to try to, again, not take it down. So thank you for listening, and good night.
Councilwoman Turner.
I understand that this project has been a long time coming, and we are now finally moving forward with repairing this sewer line. So there may not be much we can do in the way of slowing this process down and stopping it. But let me say, this is the exact reason why we started the Youngstown Tree Commission and Beautification Commission, so that we can protect our tree canopy and preserve the tree canopy here in the city of Youngstown. This is a topic this is why the administration should be working inside of that commission when it comes to taking down trees and putting up trees, ensuring that we're putting up 50, 25, 100-year trees where they should be and replacing the trees that we are taking down. Each woman spoke very, very, very eloquently about the environmental impact. And it is our job right now to do what's best for the future. So if we have missed the mark on this one, I apologize that we have missed the mark on this one, but this shouldn't happen again. We shouldn't have to talk. You shouldn't come back to us again when another project is coming and we're tearing down trees that are still viable, because there's enough of them that are not. But those that are still viable, we need to be more vigilant about taking care of them. And that is why we have that commission. So as we begin to use that commission more efficiently and we begin to work together, I think that we will have less of environmental impact. Thanks.
Councilman Ray.
No, I just wanted to thank the speakers on the trees, Lynn, and your rest of the environmental crew. You always keep us abreast of situations and concerns. We might not always agree, but we're all neighbors and this is our community. Sometimes we can solve the problem, sometimes we can't, but I'm glad we can have conversations about it. So thank you for the work that you do to keep these topics in front of us.
Councilman Hughes.
We just.
I'm not laughing at you.
What are you laughing at?
I was coughing. I was wheezing.
That didn't seem like something.
Goodness, Jimmy.
We just recently employed a forester with the city, and I'm hoping that these kind of situations will come up under that person's prelude. I don't know if it is, that we can be more aware in the beginning stages of our projects and whatnot there. That's just to the administration, since we do have a tree person now.
All right, any other comments? All right, thank you again to our speakers. Councilman Ray, are you ready to continue?
Yes, Mr. President.
Under ordinances, item number 1.
Suspend to consent.
Number 2.
Suspend to consent.
3.
Suspend to consent.
4.
Suspend to consent.
5.
Suspend to consent.
6.
Suspend to consent.
7.
Suspend to consent.
8.
Suspend to consent.
9.
Amend and suspend, with the amendment being to strike 65,000 in the second line and replace it with 45,000.
All right, we'll amend number 9. Number 10.
Suspend to consent.
11.
Suspend to consent.
12.
Suspend to consent.
13.
Suspend to consent.
14.
Suspend to consent.
15.
Suspend to consent.
16.
Suspend to consent.
17.
Suspend to consent.
18.
Suspend to consent.
19.
Suspend to consent.
20.
Move to Planning Commission.
Under second readings, ordinance 25-381.
Amend and suspend, the amendment being striking the word unclassified rather, and replace it with the word classified in the third sentence.
All right, so we'll amend 25-381, 25-385,
Suspend to consent.
25-386,
Suspend to consent.
387,
Suspend to consent.
and 389.
Suspend to consent.
All right, so our consent agenda looks like it's going to be 1 through 8 and 10 through 19. Is that what you have, Councilman?
Yes, Mr. President. Yep.
And then we will amend number 9. And under second readings, 25-381.
Amend.
Amend, right? And then will we do 385, 86, 87, and 89 together or separately? How do you want to?
I think we could just bundle them together under second reading.
Okay. Councilwoman Davis. Councilwoman White.
For ordinance, 25-385, 25-386, and 25-387 separately, please.
You want a separate vote on 85, 86, and 87?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so Councilman Ray, it looks like we'll do all the second readings separately.
Sure. All right.
All right, anything else? Okay, are we ready to move into the meeting? This meeting of Youngstown City Council, Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025, is now called to order. Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Yes. Davis,
Yes.
Hughes,
I'm here.
Councilman Hughes,
Here.
Kelly,
Here.
Oliver,
Here.
Ray,
Here.
Turner. Here. White,
Here.
Hetrick.
Here. Everyone, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States. Councilman Ray, is there a motion regarding the minutes?
Mr. President, I make a motion that we dispense with the reading of the minutes for the meeting that was held on November 19th, 2025, and dispense with reading of the journal and approve them as written.
Second.
It is moved and seconded to dispense with the reading of the minutes from the meeting held on Wednesday, November 19th, and to approve the journal. Under communications, Councilman Ray.
Mr. President, under communications, I move that items 1 through 14 be received and filed, sent in INS and planning, and permission granted respectively.
It is moved and seconded that communications items 1 through 14 be received and filed, sent to INS and planning, and permission granted. Under ordinances, item number 1.
Authorizing the Board of Control of the City of Youngstown to approve a blanket purchase order for the 2025 calendar year in the amount not to exceed $35,000.
Councilman Ray.
Yes, Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance items 1 through 8 and 10 through 19 before council for passage pursuant to the consent agenda.
It is moved and seconded to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance items 1 through 8 and 10 through 19 before council for consideration and passage. A roll call on the suspension.
Davis. Councilwoman Davis.
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
White.
Yes.
7 yeas for the suspension.
The rules of council have been suspended. Are there any remarks? A roll call on the passage.
Davis. Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
and White.
Yes.
7 yeas for the passage.
Under ordinances, items 1 through 8 and 10 through 19 have been passed. Moving on to ordinance item number 9.
Authorizing the Board of Control of the City of Youngstown to enter into an agreement with R20 Consultant and to authorize payment in the amount of $65,000.
Councilman Ray.
I move to amend number 9, striking the word, the number 65,000 and replace it with 45,000.
Second.
It is moved and seconded to amend ordinance item number 9, the amendment being to strike in line 2 the amount 65,000 and replace it with 45,000. Are there any comments on the amendment? A roll call on the amendment.
Davis,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
White.
Yes.
7 yeas for the amendment.
Ordinance item number 9 has been amended. Is there a further motion on this item, Councilman Ray?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules of council and place the ordinance as amended before council for passage.
Second.
It is moved and seconded to suspend the rules of council and place the amended ordinance item number 9 before council for consideration and passage. A roll call on the suspension.
Davis,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
White.
Yes.
7 yeas for the suspension.
The rules of council have been suspended. Are there any remarks? A roll call on the passage.
Davis,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
White.
Yes.
7 yeas for the passage.
Ordinance item number 9 has been passed as amended. The next one is ordinance item number 20.
Changing the zone classification of the property located at 1224 North Bell Vista Avenue.
Councilman Ray.
Mr. President, I make a motion that item number 20 be moved to the Planning Commission.
Second.
It is moved and seconded to move ordinance item number 20 to the Planning Commission. Under second readings, ordinance 25-381.
Amending Section 1 of Ordinance Number 25-135, which was passed by Youngstown City Council April 16, 2025, which established the master salary for the City of Youngstown. The amendment being to create an unclassified management position of Site Development Coordinator.
Councilman Ray.
Mr. President, I move to make an amendment to ordinance 25-381, striking unclassified in the third line and replacing it with classified.
Second.
It is moved and seconded to amend ordinance 25-381, the amendment being in the third line to strike unclassified and replace it with the word classified. Are there any comments on the amendment?
It's grammatically incorrect, but that's okay.
It is grammatically incorrect. But I think it's fine.
Do we want to amend it to? Would we like to amend the amendment to reflect the grammatical correctness?
I think it could be a clerical error at this point.
Okay.
Any further discussion on the amendment? Councilman Oliver?
I'm sorry, through the chair. Is there anybody that can speak to the position and why it was classified and unclassified? And I was at conference, so I kind of missed the conversation of what happened at the last council meeting that sent it into a second reading.
Adam, can you take that one?
Thank you, Mr. President. It was a typographical error in the law department. CPED sent it up as a classified position. We mistakenly drafted it as unclassified. That was our mistake. Classified just means it's a civil service job. And unclassified, it has to be a charter amendment. So it was just a mistake in our department, and we apologize.
Councilman Oliver.
Follow up, but this is a position that was deemed to be needed by CPAC?
Go ahead, Adam.
Yes, I'm just speaking to the classified, unclassified issue.
Thank you.
Any other comments on the amendment? A roll call on the amendment of ordinance 25-381.
Davis,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
White.
Yes.
7 yeas for the amendment.
Ordinance 25-381 has been amended. Is there a further motion on this, Councilman Ray?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 25-381 as amended before council for passage.
Second.
It is moved and seconded to suspend the rules of council and place the amended ordinance 25-381 before council for consideration and passage. A roll call on the suspension.
Davis,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
White.
Yes.
7 yeas for the suspension.
The rules of council have been suspended. Are there any remarks? Roll call on the passage.
Davis,
Yes.
Hughes,
No.
Kelly,
No.
Oliver,
No.
That was a no.
Ray.
Sorry. Okay.
Councilman Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
No.
White.
No.
2 yeas, 5 nays.
Under second readings, ordinance 25-381 has failed. Next is ordinance 25-385.
Amending ordinance number 25-329 passed by Youngstown City Council October 1st, 2025, which authorized the Board of Control of the City of Youngstown to enter into all necessary professional services agreement for planning, design, construction, engineering services for the Madison Avenue WBEB Service Road improvements.
Councilman Ray.
Mr. President, I would just move to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 25-385 before council for passage.
Second.
It is moved and seconded to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 25-385 before council for consideration and passage. A roll call on the suspension.
Davis.
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
White.
Yes.
7 yeas for the suspension.
The rules of council have been suspended. Are there any remarks? Roll call on the passage.
Mark.
Oh, who had did someone have a comment? No.
I'm sorry,
I-
Councilwoman White turned her
Oh.
mic on. Davis,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Kelly,
No.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
White.
No.
5 yeas, 2 nays.
Ordinance 25-385 has passed. Next is 25-386.
Amending ordinance number, excuse me, 25-391, passed by Youngstown City Council October 2nd, 2024, which authorized the Board of Control of the City of Youngstown to advertise for bids and enter into a contract with the lowest and best bidder responsible for repairs to Market Street / Wick Avenue within the vicinity of the Realty Tower building.
Councilman Ray.
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 25-386 before council for passage.
Second?
It is moved and seconded to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 25-386 before council for consideration and passage. Roll call on the suspension.
Davis,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
White.
Yes.
7 yeas for the suspension.
The rules of council have been suspended. Are there any remarks? Councilwoman White.
Through the chair. So I just wanted to make sure that my constituents were aware why I was asking for this second vote on this. When I'm seeing these increases as to this, I have to question what was with the scope of the project in general. What was wrong with that scope that we are now coming back consistently and asking for increases? If we're going to be asking for these increases, then the scope has changed. And for fairness and transparency, then those should be going back out for bid, because we do not know if contractor B or C may well have been able to do this projects or these projects for this lower amount or beat that original bidder. So for that reason, that is why I had asked for the separate votes on this.
Any other comments? Councilman Oliver.
Chuck, is there an explanation in that matter?
Chuck, can you address this one?
Yes, through the chair, actually, if it pleases the body, 386 and 387. Under 386, which was the construction related to the Realty Tower building, reconstruction of Marcus Street and Federal Street. If you remember when we bid this, we basically, the bid was to establish unit prices because the scope of the work was, although it was known generally what we had to do, the exact amounts were not. So these changes reflect additional work that we had to do to bring the restoration back up to, back up to our standards and back up to where it was. We did add some additional fiber optic conduit that was missed during the Smart 2 project, actually. But generally speaking, it was all within the similar scope of work at the bid unit prices.
Councilman Hughes.
If I get some kind of clarity on the different times, I mean, one is in March or something, and I mean, when you say they both together, why are they so far apart?
Through the chair, what I meant was I was going to explain both at the same time. I just explained the Marcus Street, Federal Street project. In regards to the Boardman Street project, the only additional work that we did was add irrigation system to the landscape plantings on Walnut Avenue or Walnut Street. That was the only really additional work that we did. The rest of it was generally unforeseen circumstances that we get in all downtown projects, and specifically related to basements along Boardman Street that had to be addressed. That is done under ODOT standard force account work.
Any other comments? Councilman Ray.
Just since for that clarification, when it's force account, there's a structure what you can charge on force work. It's not like you have an unlimited bill, correct?
Through the chair, it's more commonly referred to as time and material. ODOT has very specific standards as to how that's billed with complete backup information.
So it's not like a blank check. I mean, there's standards on how they do the force work.
Through the chair, correct. There's allowable markups. ODOT has strict standards on how contractors are allowed to bill that. And this is an ODOT project, Boardman Walnut Street.
Councilwoman Davis, did you have a no? Councilwoman White.
So to be clear, Chuck, with what you said, the project did change, correct? To reflect these increases.
Through the chair, if you mean by change, meaning like a change order, changed quantities within the same scope of the project. The scope of the project did not change. It's just additional quantities within the original scope.
That's what I meant. Additional items were added onto this project reflecting this change.
Through the chair, that's incorrect. The items were the bid items in the contract. We just increased the quantities to reflect the actual damage that occurred during the Realty explosion.
Changes. Thank you.
Councilman Oliver.
So if I'm understanding correctly, it wouldn't have mattered who the contractor is on it.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Through the chair, would not have mattered who the contractor was because the work needed to be done regardless. the contract, the contractor working on the job is going to do the work at their obligation of the unit prices that are in the contract. That's the purpose of a unit price bid. They're obligated and held to those prices at the award of the contract. So they are not, unless the characteristic of the work changes, the contractor performs that work at their agreed upon unit price in the contract. So there's no change in scope. It's just the same scope of work, but it's just expanded within the same footprint. We didn't go 3 blocks away and do sidewalk. We didn't, the only thing we did add, and we're well within our right to add, is we added our underground conduit going from the hotel to the Vietnam Memorial.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Turner.
Thank you. I'm not saying that you're not, but Chuck, this is an ongoing problem, and I think what the problem here is the consistency in increases and changes, and sometimes they're very large and sometimes they're small. So I think as a council, we just want assurance that you are making every effort to put forth to us the best price you can. And we're not expending, in some cases, $1 million or $2 million. And I think we just have, and I'm going to tell you right now, I just have the shock from the fire escape. I mean, it would not stop. So these are, you see these 3 things, and they are relatively small in the way of government dollars, but the fire escape, you knocked us over the head with it every couple months with more and more. So we really want to see how we can be more efficient in that process, and if that's possible. So it goes back to that communication, that we can be assured that, hey, this may come in a little bit more or more high, or it may come in less, but it is all communication at this point. We understand where we are, though.
Councilman Hughes, did you have your hand up?
Through the chair, can I respond to that, please?
Go ahead, Chuck.
Yes. Councilman Turner, in regards to the fire escape, that was we understand what happened there. I think when I started this process with the fire escape, I was very clear and upfront with council that this was not the complete cost. The cost skyrocketed because we were under an emergency situation building as we designed it. It wasn't a situation where we were able to get a bid document, put it out for bid, and then all of a sudden all these extras happened. The extras were always going to be there. We were not going to build a fire escape for $200,000. That wasn't going to happen. That's where we ended up because we were designing it as we built it because it was an emergency.
Could we call the question?
Councilwoman Davis, you have it.
Yes, I understand most of these increases, but my final comment about this is that increase, that thing that we saw with the fire escape, we started off with a figure of $200,000. And whether, I don't know if it was miscommunication on my part because I was ignorant, but I don't think so. But then there was no way in the world that we could possibly expect it was going to end up in the millions of dollars. Millions for a fire escape. It was embarrassing for me to say to my constituents that a fire escape costs what it would put up a small building. On this thing, right, on these other things, I do understand these smaller figures. I'll be honest about it. I don't have a problem with some of these smaller numbers, but I don't want my time as Sixth Ward Council to ever be left saying that I could ever have found those millions of dollars acceptable for the fire escape. I can't leave that one out there on the table like that. Thank you.
Councilman Hughes, do you have a comment on the ordinance in front of us?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
What other orders would you be referring to?
A very old one about a fire escape.
Oh, okay, I got you now. That's just dumping on Chuck. That was unfair. If I'm these when I'm saying 386 and 387, we're talking about the Realty site. Is that the same site? Are they both the same site?
Go ahead, Chuck.
Through the chair, 386 is the repairs to Marcus Street and Wick Avenue related to the damage that was done by the Realty explosion and subsequent demolition of the building. 387 is in reference to the Borman Walnut Street improvements, although it's a block away and coincidentally the same contractor, it's a different project.
Go ahead.
So, yes, it's a different project. That was my concern during the finance when we first started bringing this up. And this is the one that we had, it should have been all done, years ago. Am I not correct on that?
Through the chair, are you referring to Boardman Walnut Street?
Yes, I am.
Through the chair, yes. Boardman, okay, so just to be clear, and there's a lot of misconception going on around the construction downtown, and I just need to take this opportunity to clear it up. The Smart 2 project, Federal Street, Commerce, Front Street, and so forth, that was a different project, completely different funding source, totally different project, different contractor. The Boardman and Walnut Street project that's going on right now is not part of that contract. It's a different contractor, different funding source. It's just an additional part of construction downtown Youngstown. So it is on schedule right now, and the design took place 3-4 years ago. So it's not the same project as the construction that was happening in 2020 and so forth.
Councilman Hughes.
And what we're doing, if it passes, this is going to go into works when?
Through the chair, the project will be completed when they put all they have left to do is to put one last course of asphalt in the spring when the asphalt plants open up, and some final landscaping.
Thank you.
Okay, let's do a roll call on 25-386.
Davis,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
White.
No.
6 yeas, 1 nay.
Under second readings, ordinance 25-386 has been passed. Next is 25-387.
Amending ordinance 25-118, which was passed by Youngstown City Council March 19, 2025, which authorized the Board of Control of the City of Youngstown to advertise for bids and enter into a contract with the lowest and best bidder for the Boardman and Walnut improvement.
Councilman Ray.
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 25-87 before council for passage.
Second.
It is moved and seconded to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 25-387 before council for consideration and passage. A roll call on the suspension.
Davis,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner, White.
Yes.
7 yeas for the suspension.
The rules of council have been suspended. Are there any remarks on 25-387? Councilwoman White.
Thank you. When I see this come in front of me, originally to enter an agreement with the lowest and best bidder, not to exceed $2.8 million. And then consistently, a lot of times we see an increase, and then we see an increase again. At some point, I have to stand my ground and say, enough's enough. There's something wrong with the process here of how we are bidding these out. Whether we are not changing, obviously we're not changing the location or the description of it, but we are expanding in some cases a lot of money. So my question with Walnut though, was 2.8 the original amount or was that an increased amount also?
Increase.
Chuck, can you answer that question?
Through the chair, I believe we did increase it. I believe we increased it once at the time of award because they either came into over the engineer's estimate or we didn't have the amount right to begin with, but the budget really was the budget to begin with. And honestly, we don't release our engineers' estimates. So the higher contractors have access to city council ordinances. And they, they see the numbers and they know basically if we put a large amount in there when we bid the job, then they feel that the estimate is larger. And if we get in a bad bidding situation where we only have one bidder, they'll know what the estimate is and basically will be stripped of our bid process of competitive bidding.
Councilwoman White?
What was the original set amount that we entered into agreement for this project?
Do you have that amount, Chuck?
I do not have it with me. I didn't expect to hear this today.
Follow up. Go ahead, Councilwoman White.
So just for clarification, we did enter an agreement with a certain amount. We have increased that to 2.8 and now increasing again to 2.95, correct?
Chuck.
Through the chair, that's where that number is, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Councilman Hughes?
This is $150,000 increase. And if we don't pass it, we still paying the 2.8. Is that not correct? I mean, that's still on it doesn't affect the $2.8 million. Will the project, can we stop the project by not doing this increase? What are the alternatives? Isn't it more or less we have to do what we have to do?
Chuck?
Through the chair, the 2.8, yes, the 2.8 million is already encumbered and under purchase order. The additional monies are in the process of being authorized by change order.
I'm talking about the work, is they need to get paid for work already done, or is this work that's going to, does the work stop and they're waiting for us to make a decision on this it's $150,000?
Through the chair, the work is underway right now. It specifically, some of the work has already been done because it had to be done because it was an emergency situation that we had to address during construction. In regards to the water line taps for the irrigation, I did authorize that to begin, so it is underway. We have to have that complete before we pave in the spring.
Councilwoman White, do you have your hand up?
Yes.
Question?
Chuck, when we enter into contracts and we put this out for proposal, they come back in order to win this amount or win this bid, they come out saying that they can do this work for this amount, correct? And that's when they win that bid. Because they won compared to the other amounts. They were the lowest one, right?
Through the chair, thank you. Generally speaking, that's almost always the case, is they're the lowest bid on a typical roadway projects are unit price bids.
And they didn't.
Councilwoman Davis?
So is it our mess up or is it their mess up?
Chuck?
Through the chair, I don't know that it was really anyone's mess up. I think, if for lack of a better word, I guess, but it's typical issues that happen during construction downtown. And in regards to the irrigation system, after communications with Cityscape, it was brought to our attention that before we pave, we should put some irrigation lines in here to maintain landscaping. And talking over with the finance director, it's in the budget. We can make it happen. It'd be silly not to put the irrigation system in. It would be even more silly to put it in after we put the final payment down.
So then
Councilwoman Davis, go ahead.
So we are the ones who changed the scope.
Chuck?
Through the chair, by definition, the city of Youngstown as the owner of the contract is always the one that changes scope, whether it's through a negotiation or a construction related issue. And that's, if it increases the contract amount, it's done by legal change order.
Okay, are we ready for the vote? Councilwoman White, do you have one more comment?
Yeah,
Okay.
Just a comment. When these contractors come in, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, you put in that bid, you say you can do the work at that price. If you can't do it, you eat that money because you put in of the wrong bid amount. So that's a lot of what I'm seeing here. If it's in fact it changing or them not putting in the correct amount. So like I keep saying from the beginning, there's an issue going on here, and we see it consistently with amendments. So that's all.
Councilwoman
Call the
Turner.
question.
Yes.
Is there a reason why
Uh,
my motions are being ignored, Mr. President?
You don't have a second.
You didn't ask for a second.
Oh, do you have a second?
You want
Councilwoman Turner.
Thank you.
Hold on. So we have a second. So we're going to take a vote. Do we vote right now on this item, or do we continue discussion? So clerk, can you call a roll on this? So the motion is, just so everyone's aware, we're going to stop discussion and we're going to vote immediately on this. So a yes vote means we stop discussion right now. Go ahead.
I'm taking a vote on,
Could we do a roll call just of calling the question?
well, Councilman put the motion on the floor. You allow for remarks. Now it's time to do the motion to pass it or fail it, correct?
We already have a motion to pass or to vote on this, but Councilman Ray wants to limit discussion and called the question.
Oh.
And we have a second by
Okay.
Councilman Oliver. I mean, we can do this by a show of hands also.
No, I'll take it. I didn't know he did call to question. It was so much conversation.
Yep.
Okay, Davis,
A yes to end.
I understand.
Oh, okay, okay.
I understand. I'm just,
oh my
Whew.
God.
yeah.
Councilwoman
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Hughes,
Yes.
Councilman Kelly.
Yes.
Councilman Oliver,
Yes.
Councilman Ray,
Yes.
Councilwoman Turner,
No.
and Councilwoman White.
There's a comment still needs to be said, so no.
Well-
5 yeas, 2 nays.
We are going to move forward with a vote on ordinance 25-387.
Davis,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
White.
Yes.
Did you say yes?
Yes.
Okay. 7 yeas for the passage.
Ordinance 25-387 has been passed.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
The last one is 25-389.
Appropriating $89,384 from the Police Reserve Project Fund.
Councilman Ray?
Mr. President, I would suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 25-389 before council for passage.
Second.
It is moved and seconded to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 25-389 before council for consideration and passage. A roll call on the suspension.
Davis.
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
White.
Yes.
7 yeas for the suspension.
The rules of council have been suspended. Are there any remarks? Roll call on the passage.
Davis.
Yes.
Hughes,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
White.
Yes.
7 yeas for the passage.
Ordinance 25-389 has been passed. And I believe that concludes our formal agenda. And we do have one item that we need to discuss, which is the Market Street and Indianola traffic signals. Chuck requested to address council. So go ahead, Chuck.
Through the chair, thank you. In regards to this project, Mahoning 62, 16.21, ODOT PID number 116853, the city of Youngstown received over $2 million in construction funds back in 2022 through the Congestion Mitigation Air Quality Program to improve improve traffic signals at intersections along Market Street and Indianola. As a requirement in the funding, MS Consultants was hired. through QBS evaluation. And as part of the requirements, a signal warrant study. And a signal warrant is basically, should a signal exist at a particular intersection, it is governed by the Ohio Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices. The intersections that were studied along Marcus Street were at Woodland, Myrtle, Williamson, Dellison, West Warren, Dewey, Indianola, Hilda, Southern Boulevard, Auburndale, Midlothian, Gibson, South Avenue. Midlothian along Indianola, Gibson, South Avenue, Rush, Oak Hill, Hillman, Parkview. Following an initial study, traffic counts, and a warrant analysis conducted by MS Consultants, there are 10 intersections that do not meet any warrants available and are slated for removal. A public record or a public press release went out to identify those. The intersections that do not meet the warrants. Excuse me. Marcus Street in Myrtle, Marcus Street in Dellison, Marcus Street in West Warren, Marcus Street in Hilda, Marcus Street in Auburndale, Indianola and Gibson, Indianola and Rush, Indianola and Oak Hill, Indianola and Hillman, and Glenwood and Parkview. We did the warrant analysis. The city of Youngstown has spent in excess of $600,000 in engineering fees on this project. We're now at approaching stage 3 submittal to ODOT. So all in all, with the final design, including right-of-way acquisition, we're going to be looking at over $1 million in engineering fees to perform this work. The intersections that we did warrants on and that were found to be not warranted were actually performed twice because I wanted to make sure that the signal warrants and the traffic volumes were accurate and double checked. I'm presenting this as a requirement of our environmental document to City Council. That's all I had.
I had a comment from Councilman Oliver first.
Chuck, my question is this something that has to be done? Is it mandatory? And the reason why I'm asking the question is because I've received multiple phone calls from concerned citizens, including Valley Christian, that will be eventually moving into South High School. A lot of the concerns include the concerns about already speeding being out of control in the city. Their concerns are there are going to be children crossing those streets pretty soon, and they would like to keep the traffic light in place. It's not only Valley Christians. There's a plethora of concerned citizens that are concerned with the already out of control speeding, and they think it would be extremely detrimental to remove a lot of these lights. It would encourage even more speeding. So is this something that we absolutely have to do, or is it more of a suggestion?
Through the chair, we cannot use any federal money on these intersections if we do not follow the warrants in the study.
You want to elaborate a little more on that?
We cannot make improvements to this and use the federal money on these intersections if it is not warranted, if the signals are not warranted. This is the warrant study right here. This is double-sided. There's a lot of data in here. This is not something that we just take lightly. These traffic numbers and the methodology to come up with these warrants are based upon the Ohio Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices that are overwhelmingly accurate, and these studies are performed by professional traffic engineers for a reason, and we've spent over $500,000 on this study.
Follow up.
Go ahead.
So just to be clear, this isn't something that's coming specifically from Chuck Sasho Public Works Department. This is something that's coming from the federal government, ODOT, and if we're not in compliance, then we stop receiving funding for improvements moving forward?
Through the chair, if we do not go forward with this, I would expect that because the CMAQ program is statewide competitive, I would expect it would be unlikely we would receive any federal money for traffic signal improvements. We would be at risk of receiving additional federal funds in the future.
Okay, we have multiple people. Councilman Ray, I think you were next.
No, along the lines of what Councilman Oliver said, I think in plain English, we probably need to boil this down into some points that the average person can understand. We know what what warrant means, or a traffic study means that, they're not needed. And then when we do this, we have to comply with today's standards and the modern standards. A lot of stuff we've done our legacies. We have outdated traffic signals. I think some advocacy or some outreach to explain to citizens, maybe bringing ODOT in or someone from Eastgate that could explain these things, saying, look, these were designed in 1950. We put up traffic signals without engineering data to support this. We can't support replacing this stuff in the same way it was, and doing an educational component that we're just not doing it because we want to, or it's data driven, and it's the modern standards for safety. The lanes, roads where I think we could all remember in the city where there were 4-lane roads, and when we got federal money, now they were 2-lane, or they reduced the size because we had to comply with the standards or we didn't get the funding. So I think we need to kind of do an advocacy or an educational campaign on this, because it took a long time to understand that. That's just my comment.
Chuck, did you want to address
Through
that?
the chair, Councilman Ray is correct. Generally speaking, there's a lot of opinions that as it relates to traffic engineering and traffic improvements as it is. Everybody drives a car. They all have their ideas and their thoughts on. A lot of people that think in a particular way as relates to removing traffic signals. There are just as many that think that some of these traffic signals are not needed. You have opinions either way. My thought is that the engineering study should speak, should be followed. I mean, we have these studies for a reason and so forth. So,
Councilwoman Davis.
Thank you. This study, it studied the cars that went up and down Market Street. Was there a similar study for the people who were crossing Market Street?
Chuck?
Through the chair.
No.
The
answer
I
is
didn't
no.
answer the
Go
question
ahead.
yet. I didn't answer the question yet. The study counts traffic in both directions on the side street, and it's more geared towards the volume of traffic on the side street. So if there isn't enough volume of traffic on the side street, it's very unlikely that a warrant for that signal is going to be met. It should be fairly equal on both directions. Pedestrian counts are used for warrant studies, and none of these pedestrian counts met any warrants for these signals that are being slated for removal to remain.
The Academy.
Councilwoman.
The Academy for Urban Scholars. South High School. Mount Calvary's Tower.
Potential development.
Potential. I've heard from Potential Development. I've heard from the Academy for Urban Scholars. 3 of the sites are the sites where there are schools on Market Street in my ward. And when car meets body, the body is what gives and dies. Now please don't applaud. We're going to have to decide, about how we're going to make this adjustment. What is the value of a life? I can tell you, I'm the one that bounced. The car didn't move. Okay. I think I believe we need to take a look at this and decide whether or not we can afford to do this in terms of the dollar value and in terms as well as the human value, because that's what's most important. I understand that dollars have went into the study, but I'm going to tell you, you can't put a dollar sign on somebody's life. And I don't mean to be dramatic about it and whiny and stuff like that, but this is the truth. we do have kids walking across Market Street, and they count. Thank you.
Councilman Hughes, did you have a comment?
20 minutes ago. As was said before, those of us in law enforcement has done this traffic thing a million different ways and times. Streetlights aren't there to slow traffic down. That's not what they're used for. That's not what they're supposed to be. And this is me trained by Northwestern University, you know, and that's all the studies. And in times, the streetlights will make you speed up trying to make the next one and the next one. And that goes on, but it's not a factor that we use to determine if there's a street light to be put in place. Speeding is not a factor. And that's just how they're doing. I think Chuck may can comment on that, but the feds don't incorporate that in. The scholars who teach us about traffic control and flows, you know, it's not a mechanism for slowing traffic down. It doesn't go that way. It never has been. And like I say, 9 months at Northwestern University told me that a billion different ways.
All right. Councilwoman White and then Councilman Oliver.
Just to be clear, Chuck, did we as the city ask ODOT to do this study? Did we ask for this?
Chuck.
Through the chair, ODOT did not do the study. The city has a contract with them as consultants, and the study is required as a condition of the grant that we applied for, yes. And city council also passed an ordinance authorizing us to enter into the grant.
Do you have a follow-up?
Yes,
Go ahead.
so we've initially contracted out with them as consultants to do this study. And from what Julius was clarifying on, we're mandated to do this work or we will lose funding.
Chuck.
Through the chair, you cannot spend the federal money on improving the intersections if they are not warranted. The only thing we could do, and we have done it in the past, much to my, against my recommendation, overwhelming recommendation, is you could just leave the intersections the way they are. The signals will go into its repair and we won't have the money to fix them. So we have 2 or 3 signals on Market Street that have fallen into that category where they're just falling off the wires. We cannot use the federal money on the intersections to make these improvements. They're about $120,000 per intersection to make those improvements. And we won't have that kind of money. We don't have money in our general fund to make these improvements to these intersections.
Councilman Oliver.
Thank you, through the chair. Chuck, I understand everything you're saying. But you understand it's our job to bring the concerns of our constituency to the administration in order to have the outcome that our constituency feel is best for them and their environments. More than what Anita was saying in her ward with, Academy for Urban Scholars, and, you got Calvary Towers, people elderly crossing back and forth to the bus stop right there at South High School constantly. You got CCA constant, however you feel about them, but people in the halfway house crossing the streets back and forth to different facilities. You got Williamson School, crossing back and forth across the street. There's a lot of pedestrian traffic on Market Street. And if this road diet that was proposed for Market Street isn't happening to slow traffic down, then I don't know if ODOT pays attention to all the people that just fly down Market Street in a turning lane to get past everybody. And I don't know what's going on with speed enforcement, but it would have to be greatly increased if these lights are taken out, because it is going to give people a green light to speed. The last thing I'll say is that there is a community forum that Chuck yourself has already agreed to come to and answer questions for the community. It's a community forum at potential development on Monday, December 8th. It's from 5 to 6, and that is located at 2405 Market Street. And these are to address the concerns of the citizens, if people would like to attend. Thank you.
Okay, I'm just going to take a couple more comments. Councilman Ray, Councilwoman Turner, Councilwoman White, and then I think we're going to stop there.
Yeah, I was just going to say we need, more information or descriptions in the education component of what that improvement looks like if we're moving it, what we'd be giving up if we didn't accept that as funds. So I don't need that answered here, but I think that's something we should explain to folks. This is what a $150,000 intersection improvement looks like. And to Councilman Hughes's statement that the traffic lights don't control the speeding, then what's the solution? I think that was a great point. So I think some follow-up on that in those educational pieces saying this is the data and how do we navigate that, because everyone in the room agrees speeding's the problem. So what's the solution? And that's just my comment. I don't want anyone to respond to those comments.
Councilwoman Turner.
Thank you. I want to say there's a bigger problem that we're not talking about, and it is the population decrease in the area. When those signals were put up, when these streets were made, we had over 200,000 people in the city of Youngstown. We are down to hovering around 70,000. And unfortunately, when they come in and they do a study about traffic patterns and people walking, it's gonna be less than what it was the last time when those lights were put up. So the problem that we need to address is to get more people in our community and more people in our neighborhoods. You want to keep the lights, then that's what we need to do. You want to put them back up, then that's what we would need to do. So there are other things that has to happen, but really the biggest problem is that our town has shrunk so much that this is our only choice. We've done it, and there's not enough cars traveling the road. There's not enough people crossing the street. I'm not saying that safety measures don't need to be taken, but it is a larger issue than just coming in, taking out a light. It's the reason behind it has to be addressed. And if we don't address the root cause, then it's never going to be fixed.
And last comment, Councilwoman White.
Thank you. Seventh Ward doesn't have the amount of light changes as First and Sixth, but I've been getting flooded with phone calls, even on the Indianola and Gibson intersection, with a school being there, the potentially newly developed Homestead Crossing apartments coming in right down the street. We have daycare center right there along that route. The information to this is very crucial. Tomorrow is the Seventh Ward Roundtable meeting that Chuck Shasha will be joining at to have that discussion on the light changes. It's at 1970 Everett Avenue at 6:30. It's open to the public. So if you can't make the 8th, you can make the 6th. Please come in and get this information. No, I don't. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. It's not on this topic? Okay.
I just wanted to thank Councilwoman White for supporting ordinance 25-387. Appreciate your votes.
Thanks, Julius.
Councilwoman Davis.
Yes, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you. A huge thank you to Chief Barry Finley.
Bravo!
Barry, I wanted to embarrass the heck out of you. I do. I thank you for all those years of service, for your courage, because I myself, I don't care. You'll never get me to run into a fire, and I know you've done it. And I want people to understand this man is a hero. Thank you, sir.
Councilwoman Turner.
I want to say today I'm happy because we are a public body. We do our business in public. And a lot of times you come to these meetings and you hear second reading this, and we walk out. You don't get a lot of discussion like this. So I just want to say, I know sometimes it's irritating. I want to go have a drink. I want to go eat, but understand you are okay to ask questions. And you should, every department head, come prepared, because we are a public body. We do our business in public. Thank you so much for sitting with us and learning what is actually happening in department heads. Chuck, you know, you about to get beat up a lot the next couple of days. So you have been a good sport today, and you're here, you're prepared and ready to talk about the issues that we're having. So I just want to say this was a good day for city council, and I'm very happy, very proud of all of you for engaging and allowing this conversation to go forward, except Mike when he was mean to our president.
All right. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All right.